Tonight, the Blackhawks look for redemption after a tough Game 1 loss against the Nashville Predators. And after the game wraps up on NBC, flip over to CSN for Blackhawks post-game live. Long way to go in that best of 7. 6-2 Cubs as we get into the 4th inning. This is the kind of day you didn't even have to see the flags. You walked into the press box, you could hear the flags ripping in the wind.
Yeah, I wish I had some baseball cards to flip. I might be able to get the pitcher's mound today. Just don't anticipate this early in the year.
Freeze takes a strike.
Strikes out more than most. His walk rate a little better than league average typically. Yesterday he had great at-bats and a long at-bat before hitting an RBI double against Kyle Hendricks. And I guess indicative of a hot hitter, right? You know, a guy who maybe swings and misses a lot, but when he's locked in, he's able to fight off tough pitches, stay alive.
Let it go. And Russell makes the play.
That's good instincts there by Bryant. The third basemen are taught to get anything they can get to moving to their left, but sometimes you know, if you have a sense of where your shortstop is, you're better off leaving that ball alone. We're taking a heck of a lunge for him to get this ball. It's got some top spin. He may have had to leave his feet, and if he did, he's not going to make a play.
Bell.
Yikes.
That's a ball?
It was ruled a ball.
Thumped into center. It snaps in 0 for 16 for Bell. Now Cervelli, who hit what appeared to be a pretty routine fly to center, but he hit it high enough to catch that jet stream.
He has 2 home runs now, doubling his output from all of last year.
So that means last year he hit, we'll do the math, 1.
Correct. Good ciphering. So, you know, if you see this ball off the bat of a guy like Bryant or maybe Rizzo, you go, okay. Typically that high trajectory is not going to fly out of here when it's hit by a guy like Cervelli, who doesn't have a lot of power. The wind definitely gave that one a big push. Cervelli's best home run year, 2015, when he hit 7 in 451 at-bats. So it's probably the guys like him whose their eyes really light up when they come here to Wrigley. The home run hitters, they know they're going to get theirs regardless of where they play. And if they don't hit many, they come here on a day like today, they're like, all right,
yep,
go time for me.
The one he hit last year was in late September. So he had gone almost the whole year without a home run. couple of years ago. And Russell Martin left via free agency. Pirate fans wondering how in the world they were going to replace him. Well, Cervelli has been the guy.
And did good work as the backup in New York for a few seasons. Noted the lack of power, but you know, he's takes a lot of walks. His lifetime 360 on base percentage.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Had the game winner yesterday. 2-run double, and apparently is a little under the weather today, but good enough to go. Wind blowing out. He probably said, yeah, I'm good. As you said, as he strikes out, 2 gone. Number 5 for Arrieta.
Over the top curveball that time gets the job done. Yeah, so that's the inner monologue for a player, right? He's a little under the weather, but and plus we're facing Arrieta, but the wind's blowing out. Got this young kid on the mound. We're trying to get straightened out.
Summer-like afternoon. We wouldn't want to play on a day like this. One to Harrison. It's Trevor Williams getting loose in the Pirates bullpen. Euclides Rojas is their bullpen coach. That'll go foul. That's a happy camper. "81 degrees as we got started here on April the 15th. Ground ball to Bryant. Short throws to second. Baez covering. A hit, no runs to the bottom of the 4th. Cubs 6, Pirates 2.
This drive's nice, huh?
Really nice. Man, you can get a lot in the Tucson. All-wheel drive, voice-controlled navigation.
Beep! Beep! Lane departure warning. And auto emergency braking with pedestrian detection. All backed by America's Best Warranty.
Windows?
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
And this is the reason to buy now. Lease the Tucson for $139 a month or get up to $4,000 in total savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
What's more powerful than the winds of a Cat 5 hurricane? An Echo backpack blower. So, yeah, it'll clear a path. Power on and on.
We believe the best light beer to have with friends is the original light beer. Always brewed with more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Who gives you the best in-home Wi-Fi experience? Let's find out. Welcome home. Who's your internet service provider?
I have AT&T.
Does the Wi-Fi keep up throughout the house?
Not very well.
Not very well. Did you know that Xfinity has the best in-home Wi-Fi experience?
She's been telling me that.
Let's pretend this is your house. How's the quality up there?
I give it a 10.
Let's add 5 devices to the mix. How's yours doing?
Man, I'm loving this.
We gotta get with Xfinity.
Learn more about the best in-home Wi-Fi experience or get started for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Follow Cubs baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season long with game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball.
It's not been the easiest day for Tyler Glasnow in his Wrigley Field debut. He trails 6-2. As he faces 9-1-2 for the Cubs. Baez, Schwarber, and Bryant. He's trying to replicate what he did in the second inning. And it was those 3 batters he faced.
Yeah, see, he needs to be able to do that more frequently. Not just throw a strike, but throw it in a good spot. So often young pitchers come to the big leagues and they think they have to trick hitters. Especially the kid with this kind of stuff. You know, you throw 97 and you can keep it down around the knees, paint the corner. You're on your way. Taking a little bit of a beating back there today.
Line in the 2-2 pitch. And the count holds. The 6'8" righty and into his motion.
Bobby had about a 90% swing rate last year on 3-2. Scouting report would say don't throw him a strike here.
That's exactly what happened.
Report, yeah. One of the important things for a battery to know, when push comes to shove, is a player hacking or not. May show some patience early in that bat, may work a deep count, but ultimately a guy like Baez is likely going to swing. Just the opposite for Schwarber. Chase from time to time, but much more likely to force you into the zone.
And to bail out of the way that time. 2-0. An event with Kyle last night. And spoke to 50 kids from local boys and girls clubs, and it's so great. Talked about perseverance and how he came back last year after the knee injury and said, even if I was down in the dumps, I was at the ballpark, I always made sure to put on a positive face for my teammates. He was able to come all the way back and participate and be a big contributor in the World Series.
I get a sense of how popular he is in the clubhouse with the comments from David Ross the other night when he was up here with us.
Yeah.
Saying, you know, that was a heck of a breaking pitch, by the way. One of the things that had him contemplating not retiring was being able to play a full year with a healthy Kyle Schwarber.
Well, the even-numbered innings have treated Glasnow a lot better. Although Chris Bryant didn't treat him very well in the first inning. He pummeled a high fastball off the video board in left for a 2-run homer. He's going to hit right into the shift for the second consecutive at bat. And the Cubs go 1-2-3 for the second time, leading 6-2.
When did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we do things differently. So differently, we invented a word for it: transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It means respect. Because we don't just fly you, we like you.
Rated E for everyone.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see. Thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true, Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The GMC Terrain with rear vision camera, child safety locks, StabiliTrack, theft deterrent system, and more. Or get this low mileage lease on this Terrain SLE1 for around $199 per month. Plus, current non-GM lessees can get $1,500 additional lease cash.
When Carlos Correa, famous for his fast hands, isn't playing baseball, he's using MLB.com at bat to watch live baseball, read about baseball, and listen to baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
Stream the Bulls on the go at CSNChicago.com or on the NBC Sports app.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, at CSNChicago.com, presented by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. Sights and sounds of Cubs baseball here at Wrigley Field. And there has been a playoff-like buzz since we got back home Monday. And it's only April. Hansen leads it off.
That'll probably stand apart. Whoa. I don't think Addy was not aware of Baez's presence, or Baez wasn't calling it, and Addy didn't want to take anything for granted. Again, with that wind pushing that ball all around. I guess for a time it looked like it was going to be Russell's ball, but ultimately drifted over to Baez.
I hate to confirm the replay challenge Joe lodged back in the bottom of the third. They did look at both the home plate collision rule and the tag. So Our extended analysis,
so we didn't waste our time,
was not moot. Three and 0 on the pitcher, Glasnow.
To keep our bowling analogy alive, it's like trying to hit that 5-pin spare. Supposed to be real easy, but when you're 3-0 to the opposing pitcher, sometimes a 3-0 pitch is a tough one to make because you have negative thoughts swirling around in your brain. Yeah,
he really got away.
He just tried to ease that one in there and didn't finish it.
So that is his first walk issued today.
That's what happens when you tell yourself what not to do as opposed to what to do. Negative thought comes in. Whatever you do, don't walk this guy. In golf, whatever you do, don't go left. No, caddy, don't tell me that. Tell me to hit it at the TV tower.
Rizzo plays behind Glasnow at first. 1-0 on Frazier.
Yeah, if Glasnow gets a little careless down there, Contreras will pick him off. He just waits for opportunities like this with an inexperienced base runner or an overly aggressive one.
Blue Jays won today. Can you believe it?
Second W of the year for them.
Yeah, 2-9. Snapped a 7-game losing streak, 2-1 over the Orioles, who tied the game in the top of the ninth. And the Orioles, or the Blue Jays rather, won it. And a home run. Back to Arrieta. 1-6-3. And the Pirates are done. The Henry Morales home run in Toronto. 6-2 Cubs in the fifth.
We're already preparing for the postseason. It takes months to get it right. Every detail is important. Now it's time to suit up and uncork a winning season. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Can you believe it?
No bars. Oh no! Looks like somebody needs a new network.
When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right.
So I ordered you a car.
Thank you.
You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter. Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
It's not just a car. It's your daily retreat. Innovative technology, refined styling. That feeling you can only find in a Lexus. Go ahead, spoil yourself. The ES and ES Hybrid.
Lease the 2017 ES 350 for $349 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Nobody should go to bed hungry.
That's right, Joe. That's why our friends at Binny's Beverage Depot donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit.
Here's to another great year.
Hi, I'm
Cap, David Kaplan here with a T-Mobile In the Loop update. Blackhawks host the Predators. Game 2 of their series tonight at the United Center. Game on NBC5 at 7 o'clock. As soon as that game's over, you flip it right back here to CSN. Get the one and only Pat Boyle and his guys, Steve Conroy and Jammer Jamal Mayers. They break down all the action on Blackhawks post-game live. For now, we go back to absolutely gorgeous Wrigley. Here's Len and JD.
Okay, Cap, thank you. We look around Major League Baseball. The Jackie Robinson statue will be unveiled a little later on in Los Angeles. 70th anniversary of his Major League debut. The Braves last night opened SunTrust Park with a 5-2 win over the San Diego Padres. The Brewers are over 500, first time since they ended the 2014 season. They are trailing late at Cincinnati 7-5 in the 8th inning. Eric Thames has homered twice today for Milwaukee.
Jackie Robinson lettered in 4 sports at UCLA. Standout in football, basketball, track. I think he won the NCAA long jump championship while there. Actually played semi-pro football when he got out of college in Hawaii, and then was Pacific Coast League football league. Dabbled in that for a while.
Jackie died in 1972, born in 1919.
Yeah, young man, 50-something when he died. He'd done some TV work. Was vice president of Chock Full of Nuts Coffee.
Rizzo has been hit 3 times in his last 5 plate appearances.
They're trying to backdoor breaking ball, and he just tugged it across the plate.
Ball 1 on Zobrist. He is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the first, reached on a strikeout pass ball in the third, and has scored 2 runs. Cut and a miss.
One changeup after another.
Count level 2-2.
John Lester will pitch for the Cubs tomorrow. Jamison Tyon for the Pirates. Both have sub-2 ERAs here in the early going. Two starts each. Still looking for that first W, but good work by the big righty for the Pirates and the big lefty for the Cubs. Rizzo's getting jumpy down there, yeah. Early in the year, legs feeling fresh. Big Riz was thinking about it. And I like the aggressive lead. And you know, if you're in 3-2 go mode, it used to be base runners were taught, you know, you don't have to get a big jump. You're not trying to steal a base. Don't get picked off. Well, with the right-handed pitcher on the mound, I think it makes perfect sense to try to get a big jump just in case there's a swing and miss at home plate.
He runs. And that's ball 4.
See how long Hurdle stays with his young righty. He had Williams up last inning.
Big day already for Addison Russell, and Ray Searage will make a visit. Triple, double, 3 RBIs for Russell.
Yeah, so Snoop came in the bullpen. Nobody was up, but with that phone call to the pen, I'm sure they've got action now, and Searage out there just to buy time for Williams or whoever will start to throw out there.
You know how in the weather business you hear meteorologists talk about the conditions are right for this event. The conditions today are very conducive for a cycle, especially for a guy who has tripled and doubled already.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the wind that's going to help launch the ball out of the ballpark. Russell's had a number of really good at-bats on this homestand.
The last 37 years, the Cubs have had just 2 cycles. Chris Bryant kind of had the super, whatever you call it, full house, super cycle, 3 homers, 2 doubles. But Andre Dawson in 1987 and Mark Grace 1993, the last 2 Cubs to hit for the cycle.
Well, this ballpark in particular does not yield a lot of triples. Right field corner for sure, but the alleys being as tight as they are, rarely do you see a triple out there.
Yeah, as you rank the 4 different hits and the likelihood, I think the single and home run would be way ahead of the triple and double today. And Addison has the 2 most difficult already. Marte with the catch. That's the first out. Everybody holding. Whether the Cubs are home or on the road, guided tours of legendary Wrigley Field are available. Tours include visits in various seating areas, press box, dugouts, as well as a chance to actually step on the field. This must-see Chicago attraction houses over 100 years of history. Book your tour at Cubs.com/tours today.
Remember the conversation we had with Rob Manfred the other night, and he was talking about pace of play and action in the game and trying to, address that. The Yankees today, the first 12 batters of the game either walked or struck out.
Wow. The first 12 didn't put a ball in play?
That's right.
Stay out of the double play here. Throw to second. They'll only get 1. So Zobrist is forced. Rizzo maybe a little banged up.
Yeah, something's bugging him.
Well, hit by a pitch. A couple of head first dives back into first base. He's kind of taking it easy. Yeah, a little wince. First and third, 2 gone, and low on Contreras. first Cub, by the way, in the modern era to hit for the cycle was Hack Wilson in 1930. Jimmy Ryan did it twice before 1900. Billy Williams hit for the cycle in 1966, and it was a natural cycle, the only such cycle in the entire franchise history. Double or single, double, triple homer in that order. Two. Marietta on deck. Hayward runs with 2 outs. Ball 4.
In the inning. A combination of things. One, command for sure, but Cervelli, well, he's calling for a lot of off-speed and change-ups. Hoping to get these Cubs hitters hacking in fastball counts, and they're just not biting. Get it ready here, Jake.
Two strikes. Short right. McCutcheon to end the inning. Without a hit, the Cubs load the bases. They do not score. It's 6-2 after 5.
When you excel here, you have the obligation to excel here. This is how an Audi earns its rings. Experience the Audi A6. Get an exceptional offer at your local Audi dealer.
Relax, babe. I've got unlimited access to all things MLB.
Are you sure that means all things?
Yeah, totally. Good morning, Bryce.
What time is it?
Funny filter time. Say something funny.
I'm not that funny.
I got unlimited data, so we can just keep going if you want.
T-Mobile One. Unlimited data means unlimited baseball.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people like Pete who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Monday on CSN, the Cubs and Brewers are back at it again, this time from the friendly confines. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Cubs pregame live, presented by Fields Auto Group. Stream the game live on the NBC Sports app or at csnchicago.com.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, your Miller Lite game report. Arrieta back out on the bump here in the 6th with a 4-run lead. We've talked a lot about how much he loves doing Pilates, but another hobby of Jake's that you may not have known about is how much he enjoys improv. And actually Thursday night after the team's game, Jake joined Second City to try out a little bit of his improv, something he says he really enjoys. I followed up and asked him, what is it about it? And he says, you know, I think my heart starts racing even more when I'm doing this than it does when I'm on the mound. He goes, Joe Maddon's whole uncomfortable motto that he has going on this year, I really feel out of my comfort zone when I do that. But guys, Jake's even going to join one of the Super Trooper actors when they head out to LA later in the year and give his hand at it when he's in LA. And he says, I don't know, maybe it's something after baseball's all said and done that I could try out.
Yeah, it has really been pervasive in this clubhouse, getting guys out of their comfort zone. David Ross, as we know, just retired, is Dancing with the Stars, and told us that it's the most terrifying thing he's ever done. You and I think, have passed that point. We like our comfort zones, right?
Yeah, a real glaring need to get outside my comfort zone. Who is it? A couple of the Cubs are going to be on season finale of Chicago Fire.
Oh, nice.
I think it may be Bryant, and it may be Jake. So Jake does improv. I didn't know that. So he's one of they're up on stage, and a man walks into a bar and go scene.
Right. Yeah. 2-1 on Marte. Here it comes outside, 3-1. Yeah, we've got to work on that bite up here in the booth for JD. Foul. Pedro Strop waving at us. Hi, fellas.
Yeah, there he is. And we're back. Hi, bullpen. Stay loose out there, boys.
Golfed in the air to left. Schwarber will not have a play. It's gone. Marte with his second RBI of the afternoon, 6-3.
Yeah, that pitch appears to be on the inside corner, but Marte able to get those hands pulled in and deliver that blow. There's your forward home run replay. It's number 2 on the year for Marte.
That was a curve on McCutchen. 0 for 2 this afternoon. 1 for 6 in the series. Ground ball right to Bryant. Out number 1.
This little guy's working some angles, I think.
Chris Bosio will make a visit.
Yeah, most days, 3-4 run lead with Arrieta out there, you feel very comfortable, but again, not today. The way this ballpark is playing, he's at 92 pitches. If he gets through this inning, this will likely be it.
White Sox have just one hit today. Ervin Santana in Minnesota, 5-0 Twins in the 8th.
Sox only going with a 2 Garcia outfield today. They had 3 Garcias out there in their ball game last night.
Phillies beat the Nationals 4-2 in Washington. Time that game started, 9 o'clock this morning. That game's been over for a while. Marietta behind Freeze, 3-1.
Good look, that shot from behind home plate of Arrieta's delivery, and you see how tough it can be for a hitter to pick up the ball, the way he again throws across his body, and also the way he rocks his shoulders. Talk a lot about the comparison between a merry-go-round and a Ferris wheel.
Fly to right field. It's Zobrist. 2 gone.
Guys that are very rotational, I think it's a little easier to see the ball.
That'll be the last pitch thrown by Arrieta. Here's Joe Madden. So Arrieta will leave with a 3-run lead and get a nice ovation, looking for his 3rd win and as many starts to begin the season.
Moving on in. That's it.
Available 8-inch touchscreen navigation with rear-view camera, auto emergency braking, and America's best warranty. The 2017 Elantra.
Wow, I like this one.
All right, moving on out.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
Did you see us doing the whole thing? We were backed it up. That's a good car.
And this is the reason to buy now.
Lease the Elantra for $109 a month or get up to $4,250 in total savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
The blades of a combat chopper spin at 380 RPMs. Not even close to an Echo trimmer. Now that's shock and awe. Power on and on.
Someday, Daddy, I want to get married right here in our backyard.
McDonald's. What'd you get?
An Egg McMuffin?
I thought you never ate breakfast.
Yeah, that wasn't really working out for me.
Ready for the big 9 o'clock?
Okay. Hi, hello. Sorry about the wait. I just wanted to make sure the presentation's perfect. It took a week to get it off.
Make tomorrow morning a Mickey D's morning and pick up a McDonald's Egg McMuffin made with real butter, a fresh cracked egg, and Canadian bacon.
This call to the pen is brought to you by Weber's Sauces and Seasonings. Call grilling flavor up to the bigs.
Brian Dunsing made his Cubs debut yesterday, was activated off the disabled list. 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout for the veteran left-hander. Turns the switch hitter Bell around to the right side.
Ground ball toward the middle, scooped by Russell. Nice work by Dunsing. He didn't even get a chance to talk about him. That's probably the way he likes it, right? He's a reliever. 6-3 Cubs.
That feeling, only better. The thrill of stability-enhancing suspension and steering. Standard in the fun-to-drive, turbocharged Volkswagen Jetta.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Jetta S for just $189 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Chicago, your favorite trivia show is back for an all-new season. Join us for our first taping of Beer Money this Wednesday at Mitchell's in Bridgeport at 5. Test your sports trivia knowledge, and you could win big. Beer Money, presented by Coors Light.
Now is the time to escape to the Champagne Lodge and Luxury Suites in Willowbrook. Just 25 minutes outside of Chicago. It's perfect for a private getaway. Each suite has an oversized whirlpool tub, walk-in steam shower, stone-encased fireplace. Relax at our on-site spa with a Swedish or deep tissue massage, hot stone therapy, or mud wrap. Need more? Reserve your very own private pool suite. Book your next special memory at the Champagne Lodge today. You know you deserve it.
I've always believed that caring for families is the best way to keep our community healthy and safe. Which is why I do things like provide opportunities for children to learn through the Reading Buddies program, help fund child safety programs, and give to the homeless. It's also why I got into personal injury law. It gives me the opportunity to help people at a time of tremendous loss, because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
Blackhawks postgame live tonight after Game 2.
Monday night, John Lackey and the Cubs continue their homestand as they open up a 3-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Coverage beginning at 6:30 with Cubs pregame live presented by Fields Auto Group, or stream the game at csnchicago.com.
Well, here's a right-hander Trevor Williams into the ball game. It is his third appearance. He's worked 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, a .675 ERA. Had a cup of coffee with the Pirates last year. They acquired him in October of 2015 in a deal with the Marlins.
Was a double switch. John Jaso also into the game at first. Served into shallow right. It's a base hit. So Baez on for the first time here today. A lot of traffic for the Cubs offense.
Maybe down off the end of the bat. I believe it cracked his bat, but it dies a hero as this ball dies in front of McCutcheon out there in shallow right.
$41,814 the paid crowd today. Inside throw to first, and Baez found a way back in. The throw beat him, but he has a way of becoming invisible.
Yeah, Jaso indicating to the Pirate dugout that they should challenge this one, so we're going to see. Tries to tiptoe, sneak in the back door here.
Guessing they will challenge. I guess not. And it did look like he got back in. So his tagging plus minus continues to go up. One and two to Schwarber.
Williams will turn 25 in 10 days. Big guy, 6'3", 230.
Schwarber called out on strikes.
The MLB.com ballpark app is your free, secure, and convenient way to instantly access Cubs tickets via your mobile device. Download the app at the App Store or Google Play and begin using Ballpark today. For more information, visit Cubs.com/ballpark app.
The Cardinals dropped to 3-8. Scored 2 runs late, but came up short. 3-2. The Yankees beat them. CC Sabathia over Carlos Martinez.
I want to give a shout out to Joliet native, our colleague, the fine color man for the San Diego Padres, Mark Grant. Working hard in his hotel room in Atlanta today in preparation for tomorrow's Braves-Padres tilt. It had to be fun, the opening of a new ballpark there in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Henry Aaron was on hand. We saw John Smoltz here the other day. He said he was heading back to Atlanta for that event.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Bryant.
Made the bold 2-homer day for Bryant earlier, so need a little hanging slider here. Where are those folks?
It's reachable. Indians still batting in the first against Justin Verlander, and it's already 3-0 Cleveland.
Kluber today, I believe, for Cleveland. Now, you mentioned the terrible start for the Blue Jays, but nobody's gotten off. It seems like every year somebody comes out of the gate 10-1. Nobody's off to that great of a start.
No, pretty much every division leader is 7-4-ish, 7-3. First team to 8 wins. Looks like the Cincinnati Reds, 7-5 over Milwaukee. So 8-4.
We're thinking important year for Brian Price, the manager of the Reds. Not so much that they have to, be an upper division club, but to show improvement. And some speculation in the last couple of years that he was on thin ice.
Strike 3.
Williams impressive here this afternoon. Back-to-back strikeouts looking, and he just threw a real nice slide ball right over the outside corner. Don't get your dauber down, KB. Get him next time. Rizzo a little bewildered by that strike call from Alan Porter, and I think a lot of times with Riz, he's so close to the plate that influences the umpire. They call the pitch in relation to him as opposed to the relationship to home plate. See, in a Honda pitch cast, that one was clearly off the outside corner.
You hope, if you're Anthony, Williams finds the inside corner, that would be considered a ball. Doesn't always work that way. Delayed steal, and Baez is out. He wants Joe to take a look. He's not moving from second. And we have seen no indication yet from the dugout. And if he tagged him, he's out.
Yeah, and Javi may be right, but I don't know if as they review the video if they're going to see enough there.
Oh, you know what? They don't have a challenge. Joe lost his challenge earlier on the play at the plate. Yep. So still 6-3.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know we belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
I got a phone, it beats me.
Say hello to the new unlimited data plans from AT&T and never pay overages again. So now, the whole family can binge, surf, shop, navigate, listen, game, stream, and more, all without the hassle of worrying about overages or running out of data. Only with AT&T, you can now get unlimited data with HBO included. And remember, it's our best wireless unlimited deal ever. So get AT&T, get unlimited, and get everyone more for less.
Softball team. Not to brag or anything, but I'm a pretty decent second baseman.
Well, I'm already starting second baseman. But don't worry. We'll find something for you.
Lease a 2017 Camry for just $199 a month, or get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Tonight, round one continues from the United Center for pivotal Game 2. After Hawks Preds wrap up on NBC5, turn over to CSN for Blackhawks postgame live as Pat, Steve, and Jamal break down the action, plus get immediate reaction from Coach Q and the players. Tomorrow night on CSN, your Bulls are shipping out to Boston in hopes to knock off the top seed. After splitting the regular season series, Game 1 is up for grabs. Coverage begins at 4:30 with Bulls pregame live or stream live at csnchicago.com.
Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
Pirates took the opener yesterday after going 1-8 in this ballpark last year. Cubs lead 6-3. Dunsing accepts that throw from Rizzo. So he's faced 5 batters since coming off the DL yesterday, and he's retired all of them. He had to be up at 5:30 yesterday morning to fly here from Des Moines. First time he had ever been in Wrigley Field, and he is thrilled to be here.
His out to pitch ratio is outstanding. He's thrown about 10 pitches to get those 5 outs. 2 here today.
Yeah, 10 pitches to get the 5. Harrison, strike.
And that's who Brian Dunsing has been throughout his big league career. More of a pitch to contact style. Not a lot of strikeouts. Decent ground ball rate.
Well, I'm sure never fun for a veteran like Dunsing to spend a lot of time in the minor leagues, but as he was rehabbing with Iowa, he got a real good look at Ian Happ, who's hit 5 home runs already.
Sometimes it can be fun for a veteran guy to go down to the minor leagues. You just don't want to make a habit out of it.
Right.
It can be a little refreshing to go down and relive what that's all about.
By the way, Iowa was no hit last night by 3 New Orleans pitchers.
The baby cakes?
They were baby caked for the first time since 2002.
Do you know the roots of this nickname, the baby cakes?
It's a food item, I
Is it
think.
like the king cake? Where they put the baby in the little
Yeah.
king cake? Is that what it's all about?
Center field. And in the basket for the Pirates' third home run, 6-4.
Harrison's first of the year. Little backdoor slider, that's belt high. Ford home run replay. Jason Hayward is the cue here. Watch him. He breaks as if there's going to be a play, and then he starts to break it down, realizing that it's going to carry on out of here.
Just thinking before that swing, 3-run lead on a wind day like this is like a 1-run lead.
Yeah, it is days like this that have given Wrigley Field its reputation. We know, being here as often as we are, that that's not really accurate. That this place plays pitcher friendly more than it does hitter friendly. But on certain days, it's a hitter's paradise.
Yeah, so about 2 out of every 3 games, the wind is blowing in a normal season. But I think, wind blowing in 6-7 miles an hour, you can still hit the ball out of the ballpark. Certain days the wind blows in really hard. You can't hit it out of here with a canoe paddle. But when it blows out, or I would say even if the wind doesn't blow, because of the 368 to the alleys, it is very much a hitter's park.
Right, it's a home run ballpark for sure. But it varies from one year to the next. You look at those park factors and whether a stadium is playing hitter friendly or pitcher friendly. My experience in recent years has been more pitcher friendly.
Jaso's a tying run. His first plate appearance today's 0 for 14 on the season. The finalists for the New Orleans nickname change, according to the Washington Post piece when they did make the change. The Cajun Crawfish, Po' Boys, Tailgaters, Night Owls, Red Eyes, and King Cakes. And the baby cakes does refer to the figurine hidden in a king cake. And that is a Mardi Gras connection. They were the Zephyrs, right? They moved from Denver.
Yeah, it should have been the beignet.
The NBA team was the Jazz, and they went to Utah, and they got the Hornets. The Hornets then ended up back as the nickname of the team in Charlotte. They were the Bobcats, and then New Orleans Pelicans now. So, yeah, a lot of musical chairs with sports nicknames. Two favorites, though, in minor league baseball are still the Lansing Lugnuts and the Montgomery Biscuits. High drive, trouble in the air, and run down by Hayward. Stayed in the park. Out number 2. With what we've seen today, especially with the Pirates, when you hit one in the air, you feel like it's going to go. And unfortunately, it didn't.
Maybe helping more towards left end. This one, which is more right center. Off the bat, I thought it was going to go. Stays in the yard, and Hayward able to track it down.
So It's Adam Frazier, and before he bats, Chris Bosio will head out to the mound. Relive the magic of last year's historic run through the official 2016 championship season. Fly the W book, which features personal essays by Tom Ricketts, Theo Epstein, and others, as well as never before seen photos. For more information, visit Cubs.com/flythewbook. We both got our copies today.
It's a must-have for any Cub fan. You need to have it.
You could put that on camera
your
here
coffee table, right next to your coffee table book about coffee tables. Yeah, it's a handsome tome. Get your weight work in too. It's heavy.
There it is. Boy, it's big and very heavy.
That'll be under the Christmas tree in a lot of houses this winter.
Hansen at first, 2 outs, 2-run ball game. 2-1.
Yeah, so we talked earlier about not running because of the way the wind's blowing, but Frazier doesn't hit for power at all. Hansen's a speed guy. How comfortable he is running against a lefty.
Well, if Dunson cannot get Frazier, cannot imagine he'll face Marte. Strop is cranking it up in the Cubs bullpen.
For much of his career, a starting pitcher, first with the Twins and the Orioles. Just a little bit with Baltimore, actually all out of the pen last year. In Minnesota that he worked as a starter. Kind of a swing man.
Runner takes off and Frazier fouls. Scored 4 times in the first inning. Pirates, though, just don't want to go away. Outside, throw to second. Safe. Hansen steals second base.
Yeah, had some big stolen base seasons in the minor leagues. Was considered to have the best speed in their organization as a minor leaguer. Doesn't always translate to success as a base stealer at the big league level.
(3-2) base hit right field. Hansen will score. It's a 1-run ball game. Stolen base looming large, leading to the Pirates' 5th run.
The components were in place. Hansen speed. Frazier is a contact guy, tough guy to finish off. Didn't make great contact, but he put it in play, and it worked out for the Pirates. And that will do it for Brian Dunsing this afternoon.
We will have a pitching change. Cubs have played a lot of tight ball games early on this season, and another one here on a windy Saturday.
It's obvious they were meant for each other. Always side by side, but never together. Forever trapped in the friend zone. Until finally, they got together at Taco Bell.
Check it out.
I'm talking about the taco and burrito. Double the seasoned beef, fresh lettuce and tomatoes, shredded cheese, and crunchy chips. The new loaded taco burrito, just $1.49, only at Taco Bell.
That feeling, only better. The thrill of stability-enhancing suspension and steering. Standard in the fun-to-drive, turbocharged Volkswagen Jetta.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Jetta S for just $189 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Hello? This is she.
Is that the doctor?
Okay, wow, really? It's two? That's great news, thank you.
It's two?
Yes, it's two. It's 2 for 1 windows at Feldco.
Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1 with fantastic financing available.
2 windows for the price of 1 ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Two runs in for Pittsburgh here in the 7th inning, and Pedro Strop will make his 6th appearance in the early going.
Yeah, he's had a few days off. Last pitched on Monday against the Dodgers. He was busy prior to that. 3 2/3 innings thus far. A couple of hits, 4 walks, a 4.91 ERA. Marte hit a home run last time up. He's got 2 knocks today. He is 2 out of 13 in his career against Pedro Strop.
Rizzo will hold on Frazier at first as he represents the tying run. Marte has singled, homered, stolen a base, knocked in 2. Lead by Frazier, not going, and the slider is off the inside corner for ball 1. And he's got a huge lead. Pitch is high. Pirates have been fairly aggressive in this series on the bases. This might be one spot though, JD, where you got to be right with Marte at the plate. His ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark. And a 2-0 count at that. Frazier not running and a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think the dynamic's a little different when the combination was Frazier at the plate, Hansen on the bases. Hansen quicker than Frazier, although Frazier's capable. And Frazier doesn't hit for power. In this situation, Marte, we've already seen him go out of the ballpark, and he certainly has extra base power.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Now with 2 strikes, hitter less likely to do damage. Maybe they encourage Frazier to run here.
blowing harder than it has all day. Straight out to center. Marte almost looked like he tried to get hit by that pitch.
Yeah, he gets hit a lot, and he's more than willing to hang in there and take one for the team. Slider backed up on Strop, and yeah, he was willing to leave that elbow hanging out there.
Three-two runner goes, and inside, ball 4. So that'll bring up McCutchen.
Joe Madden asking Anthony Rizzo to go in and try to settle Strop down. He really flew open on that last one. Now Pedro is vocationally challenged, really hitting his spots.
Von Nova is scheduled to pitch in St. Louis against Lance Lynn on Monday.
There's the dandy. Didn't try to overthrow that slider, got on top of it. Beautiful pitch.
By the way, it's Juan Nicasio, not Nova, up in the Pirates bullpen. I thought that was odd, but kind of the starters would be throwing in the 7th. The 0-2. 1-2.
It's the other number 42.
Two on, two down. Here's the pitch. Well, McCutchen is one of those hitters, JD. By getting him to swing and miss at the slider to go to 0-2, it's almost like you can fool him once.
Right.
But certain guys will just keep swinging with 2 strikes. He's not one of those.
No, and he's a savvy enough hitter to know that there's a pretty good chance you're going to go back there.
In the air to left. It's deep, and it is gone. That is a 3-run homer for McCutchen. And it was on a slider, and the Pirates have grabbed their first lead today. Wow.
Yeah, well, and you made a great point about his ability to lay off the chase slider. So Strop, feels like he has to make a better pitch or get one in the zone. And McCutchen able to lift that thing to left on a day where it doesn't take a whole lot to get out of here.
Ford home run replay. It's just a matter of would it be fair or foul. And he got it into the bleachers to give the Pirates a 2-run advantage. The Pirates homered 5 times in their first 10 games combined. They've hit 4 today. Cervelli, Marte, Harrison, and now McCutchen. But it's the 3-run homer that's the big one, right? You're going to give up some solos on a day like this. Broken bat roller. Russell to Rizzo. Time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Mazda. We go to the big board today.
For this afternoon's stretch, please direct your attention to the outfield video boards.
The 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Mazda. Driving matters.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The new Mazda 3.
Now get the 2017 Mazda 3 for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash.
Staycation? No way. I need a real vacation. One measly week to bury my work phone in the sand while sipping some crazy concoction. Is that too much to ask?
Hey, we hear you. That's why we created AARP Travel. You'll get inspired by all of the tips and tools you need to easily plan a simple getaway or even the trip of a lifetime. So pack your bags and bury your phone. If you don't think this is right for me when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Welcome back. What to do now is the Cubs trail on a piece of Cubs history as part of the Cubs' ongoing effort to restore and modernize Wrigley Field. Several sections of seats have been or will be removed. These seats are now available to purchase in sets of 2. Visit Cubs.com/seat sale for more information. Glasnow, Williams, and now the veteran right-hander Juan Nicasio.
Trevor Williams is the pitcher of record now for the Pirates. Eight to 6 Pittsburgh. They were down 6-2 at one point. Good start. 7th inning. Rizzo with a base hit. 3rd consecutive reach.
A double walk, solid single for Anthony today.
How many different ways can you reach base? Well, Zobrist has done it 3 times and is 0 for 2. Reaching on an error, pass ball on a strikeout and a walk.
Let's go for catcher's interference here.
Okay.
He's got his World Series hole available to him. Punch it down the third baseline. Nicasio made 12 starts for the Pirates last year. Struggled in that capacity. Had more success out of the bullpen.
Two and one. Real good friend of mine. I grew up a Cub fan and watched Jack Brickhouse every day. And recalled one particular game. He said kind of summed up his childhood. I think it was 9th inning. Cubs were down or tied or down a run in the ninth. Bases loaded, 2 outs. There's the 2-1. It's a strike. Crowd on its feet. Jack said, you know, there are 12 ways the Cubs can win this game. A walk, a hit, an error, a catcher's interference, pass ball, a wild pitch. Here it is. Called strike 3. He gave all the different scenarios.
All the ways you could draw to that inside straight.
Yeah. Two-two. Fly ball to right. McCutchen still back. He's got it on the warning track. Rizzo tagging. Good play to get to second. You don't have to get all back just yet.
Yeah, that proved to be a great play by Rizzo. I think his initial read was that it was going to be a fairly routine yet deep fly ball. So the tag is a smart play. And then I imagine he had a moment of anxiety about this thing might bounce over his head, and it may be a ball that I could have scored on had I not retreated to tag. But it turns out to be a great play, as McCutchen is able to run it down just in front of the wall, and he can cruise on into scoring position.
Russell, triple-double fly out, 3 RBIs. This would be a good time for the homer. He tried.
Homer swing, got the slider. Looking for the heater. That's primarily what you'll see from Nicasio. Mid-90s fastball and a hard slider. He has a changeup, but won't use it much, especially when working out of the bullpen.
One of the most famous homers in Cubs history was the homer in the Gloman. Might be looking for a homer in the Blowen today with the wind. Harrison makes the grab, 2 outs.
Pirates bullpen got the job done yesterday. 3 scoreless innings, but for the most part they have really struggled this year. It wasn't easy for them yesterday. A lot of traffic in the last couple of innings. Numbers for Hayward against Nicasio. Yesterday the Cubs stranded 11, including the bases loaded in each of the final 2 innings. Two and one. Five stranded today, 3 out of 10. With runners in scoring position.
Frazier. Nicasio, after the leadoff single, retires the next 3. 8-6 Pirates.
For adults with advanced non-small cell lung cancer, previously treated with platinum-based chemotherapy, including those with an abnormal ALK or EGFR gene who've tried an FDA-approved targeted therapy, this is big. A chance to live longer. With Opdivo, nivolumab. Opdivo demonstrated longer life and is the most prescribed immunotherapy for these patients. Opdivo significantly increased the chance of living longer versus chemotherapy. Opdivo works with your immune system. Opdivo can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. This may happen anytime during or after treatment has ended and may become serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, extreme fatigue, constipation, excessive thirst or urine, swollen ankles, loss of appetite, rash, itching, headache, confusion, hallucinations, muscle or joint pain, flushing, fever, or weakness, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Opdivo. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems. A chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about Opdivo. See OpdivoTV.com for this and other indications. Bristol Myers Squibb thanks the patients, nurses, and physicians involved in Opdivo clinical trials.
Apply for an all-digital no-fee loan now at eclicklending.com. eClick is located right here in Chicagoland and rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. eClick Lending, boom! Your mortgage just happened. Boom is an appropriate word for today. Ball flying out of the ballpark. Comes Koji Uehara for the 6th time. Doing what he does, striking people out at a high rate. He's got a 0 ERA. Ryan Dunsing charged with 3 runs on 3 hits. In 1 inning of work, Pedro Strop, a third of an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs. Charged to Pedro.
Phil Gosselin. Announced as the pinch hitter. In the pitcher spot. And he bunts. Bryant will barehand the throw. Not in time. And we are in the 8th. Joe has lost his challenge, but we can do a crew chief challenge.
Pretty play all the way around. Nice bunt. Good play by Bryant. Boy, awfully close there at first base.
No, Joe will not ask for a challenge. That brings up Cervelli. He homered in the 2nd. And that was his 2nd of the year after hitting 1 last season. Boy, he turned away. It looked like a strike, and Koji couldn't buy the call from Alan Porter.
A good contact guy. Pirates executed a beautiful hit and run play in the ball game yesterday. riskier proposition because Uehara gets so many swings and misses. You certainly wouldn't do it here on 2-0.
Fly to right. Wind is going to keep this ball in play, and it'll be Zobrist for the out. Gets behind the ball and keeps the runner at first. Harrison, Cincinnati native, and after going to Princeton High School, attended the University of Cincinnati. Cubs drafted him in the 6th round of the 2008 draft. Eventually got dealt to the Pirates and made his big league debut in 2011. He was an All-Star in 2014. .315 that season.
Won't be too long. They'll have some company in terms of the Bearcat alumni in the big leagues, the way Ian Happ is going down at Iowa.
I think so. Hudson. In terms of the OPS, that was an outlier for Harrison. 837 in 2014, but his career OPS is in the low 700s.
Well, the O part of it is going to be driven by his batting average because he almost never walks.
He slugged .490 that year. High, it's 1-2. Up right side. Rizzo backpedaling. Baez makes the grab right behind him. Hansen singled off the lefty Dunsing, so batting right-handed at the time. In the 7th, back to the left side here in the 8th. About the flagpole in the center. On the top of that board, it is really wobbly. It's altogether possible we might not see a windier day the rest of the year in terms of the wind blowing out. It has not died down for even 5 minutes since we started. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
So good against left-handed hitters with that split finger pitch. Great arm action, really sells it. They know it's a go-to pitch for them. They still don't recognize it.
I wonder if a switch hitter might treat Uehara like a knuckleballer and bat right-handed.
Yeah, not a bad idea. One of the reasons why Joe Madden felt like he had coverage against lefties while Dunsing was on the DL. He had Montgomery as the only lefty out there. But he likes Grimm against lefties, really likes Uehara with the splitter against lefties.
Gosselin the runner at first. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Pirates strand 1. They lead by 2 in the 8th.
This is the original light beer, brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste, to be enjoyed from first game to last call. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Being a fan is hard. We make it easier at SportsGrade.com with officially licensed MLB gear and VIP golden ticket experiences delivered right to your door. Join the club at SportsGrade.com.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
People are talking about the new Buick. With 4 fresh new models to choose from. And what are they saying?
Your new Buick is so cute. Love the new Buick. That's a Buick?
Sweet Buick.
Experience the new Buick.
Get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Buick Encore for around $199 per month. Plus, current non-GM lessees can get $1,500 additional lease cash.
Blackhawks post-game live tonight after Game 2.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with an In the Loop update presented by Bob's Discount Furniture, home of untouchable values. We will flash back to Chris Bryant's video board home runs in his Cubs career. A Cubs post-game live. Game 2. Hawks Predators tonight at 7. As soon as the game is over, you flip it right back here to CSN. That's where you'll get the one and only Pat Boyle, Steve Conroy, and Jamal Mayers from the United Center. They break down all the action on Blackhawks post-game live. That'll put a ribbon on this update. We go back to the friendly confidence. Here's Len and JD.
Thank you, Cap. Our hefty home run feature, and Chris Bryant, his first of what will be 2 today, according to Jim DeShays, and his first of the season. That was in the opening inning when the Cubs scored 4 runs. Daniel Hudson is in for the Pirates.
Can we get a walk-off out of Chris in the 9th, maybe? Is that asking too much?
No, I don't think so.
Here's Hudson, the former Diamondback, and prior to that, a White Sox.
Jordy Mercer's playing short. Frazier has gone to second, and Hansen is out. High drive pulled foul.
Hudson in year one of a 2-year deal with the Pirates. 3-2 with a 5.22 ERA for the Diamondbacks last year. He appeared in 70 ball games.
Swing and a miss. With the increased importance of bullpens around baseball, I find it to be the most fascinating, maybe fertile area of any team to have some in-depth conversations about. And we have talked about a lot of struggles for a lot of teams here in the early going. It is, I think, the one area of any ball club, JD, that can change pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, a couple of reasons. I think one, there's a lot of turnover typically from one year to the next in a lot of major league bullpens. And two, the sample size, the body of work you get from one year to the next, not necessarily enough to get it to really be able to dig in on what you can expect from a player the next year.
You got him.
Bullpens tend to run hot and cold. I mean, I think you get a starting pitcher who pitches 190 to 210 innings. He does it for a couple of years. You have a pretty good idea of what you're dealing with. You know, some of these relief guys, they make 40 appearances. Maybe they, throw 38 in the third innings, and one year they light it up, and you think this guy's got it all figured out. And then you dig a little deeper into the numbers, and you see, man, he got away with a lot of hard contact. Depending on how he was used, and maybe the next year they try to step his game up in terms of putting him into more high leverage situations. He doesn't react well to that.
Tommy La Stella off the bench. Well, it also works both ways. I'm sure there are lots of guys over the years who have felt like they didn't get enough chances, that they were removed from the closer role or a setup position, or even from a roster with that small sample size. Yet if you're in a bullpen and you don't have a ton of responsibility, there's a fairly good chance over the course of time you'll get that chance because the guy in front of you will be that other guy.
Yeah, there does seem to be a stepladder approach to the way bullpens are used, and a lot of it is economics. As guys become eighth-inning guys and closers, they start to cost a lot of money, and teams go, well, wait a minute, we've got this guy who's been working the sixth inning for a couple of years. He throws 97 miles an hour too. Let's run him out there with his, $850,000 contract or his 1.2, as opposed to paying this fine gentleman over here $14 million. And then you got to let the manager play with it for a while too in the early season to see how it's all going to shake out.
Outside, 2-2. Hudson twice having Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, he kind of slings it up there. Looks, works under the ball. We had the conversation earlier about Jake and throwing across his body and how pitching coaches used to freak out and they thought that would lead to injury. Well, the same thing with Hudson, and he has been hurt, but it's the kind of delivery when you watch it, you go, gee, it's just like it's putting a lot of stress on the elbow.
Caught by Jaso as he just robbed La Stella.
And Stella continues to show the ability to get very few at-bats and still have good at-bats. Hit the ball hard. Bad luck here. Can't hit it much harder, and Jaso there to make a play on him.
Cubs have yet to lose consecutive games. Going to need a late inning comeback to avoid their second straight loss. How many did they go last year? Didn't go like a month without losing 2 in a row. It's easy to find. Two strikes to Baez.
Yeah, well, they set the tone early, didn't they? They came out of the gate, what, 20-something and 5, and they weren't just winning ball games; they were thumping people. Guy will move a refrigerator for you.
Got swept in a doubleheader on May 11th. Games 32 and 33 last year after a 25-6 start. Caught by Frazier, and the Cubs are down in order in the 8th, trailing 8-6.
When did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we do things differently. So differently, we invented a word for it: transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It means respect. Because we don't just fly you, we like you.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Internet speed's 20 times faster. AT&T Fiber sounds amazing.
Wait a sec, I'm not done yet.
Less than 12% of AT&T homes actually qualify. Huh.
Hold on.
Everyone else gets our other slower internet speeds, but no one reads this stuff anyway, except for the old guy with the binoculars. Huh.
Don't be fooled by AT&T. Xfinity delivers the fastest speeds to the most homes. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Cubs fans, put on your rally caps for an exciting finish. Brought to you by New Finish Car Polish and the #1 rated scratch remover, Scratch Doctor.
Closer Wade Davis working with his team, trailing by 2 runs.
Davis working for the 6th time. He's had a couple of save chances, has converted both. Finished the ball game against the Dodgers on Thursday. That was a 4-0 ball game, so it was not a save situation. 1 scoreless, allowed a hit, had a strikeout.
We have a perfecto alert. Tyler Chatwood has sent down the first 15 he's faced. The Rockies lead the Giants 5-0 after 5 in San Francisco.
Rockies playing winning baseball, but man, they continue to lose people to the disabled list. John Gray, fine young starting pitcher, stress fracture in the foot. They expect him to be out at least a month.
Wide open stance for Jaso. And he fouls back. 1-2.
Fastballs, cutters, and curves from Davis.
And he gets Jaso. Frazier with one of the bigger hits in this game, a 2-out single off Brian Dunsing in the 7th inning. Stroked and walked Marte, followed by the McCutchen go-ahead 3-run homer.
That's a devastating curveball that he has. Hard, tight spin, very difficult for the hitters to recognize.
After Frazier hit, knocked in Hansen. Time made it a 1-run game. Davis with a 1-2 swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Davis.
Jake Arrieta was in position to pick up his 3rd win of the year. Be no decision for him. Glasnow, the starter for the Pirates, also with a no decision. He gets off the hook because of the late runs for the Pirates. He went 5 innings today. The young righty did, allowed 6 runs, 4 earned.
Pirates offense kind of bailing out the starter Glasnow, who battled. He got through 5 innings. 4 of the 6 runs were earned. We weren't sure he was going to get out of the first.
Yeah, his ability to hang in there really a key component in this game for the Pirates, because it looked like it was going to be a very short day for him. We talked about it at the time. He doesn't have a lot of experience, and on a day like today with the wind blowing out, how much of a beating would Clint Hurdle let him take? It's a lot to inflict on a young man's psyche when he's trying to establish himself at the big league level, but he settled in and stayed competitive through 5.